didn't say go, dude.
All right, ready, go. Howdy, partner.
All right, let's rock. What's up?
Welcome back to the Movie Buzz Club. I'm Colby Fenton.
It's your boy OP. Here we are.
And I really enjoyed this movie. I thought that this was one of the most important movies that we have seen on this podcast thus far.
Dang, dude. What movie are you talking about?
I'm talking about Train Dreams.
Oh, shoot.
With, was it Joel Edgerton?
Joel Edgerton.
Starring Joel Edgerton.
And what's her name? Felicity Jones. And, just a quick little synopsis of what this movie was about. It's a period piece. It's a glimpse in the life of Grenier. That's his last name. Yeah.
What was his first name?
Robert
Grenier. He's a logger. He, meets the love of his life. They share some time together. Tragedy sparks, tragedy strikes. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of follows his life and how he deals with loss and just kind of a story about that. And I thought it was a really beautiful story. And I teared up. I cried a couple times.
Tell us the truth. I was gonna say you didn't stop at tearing up. Dude.
Yeah, shed some tears. I think the movie really resonated with me, and and I think it really can speak to differently with a lot of people, but definitely speaks to everyone who watches it. Mm-hmm. And so let's go into your critic consensus before we get started with the Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's a hard one to follow, dude. Listen.
That wasn't even my critic. That wasn't even my critic consensus.
I was going to say, you just riffed that off the dome. I'm going to give you the one that I wrote down. Beautifully cinematic with a deep introspective tone. This movie inspires us to find beauty in the everyday moments we call mundane. For these moments, too, shall pass, and the ever-changing world will cease to exist as we knew it. Warning is not for you if you don't enjoy a slow burn. Very slow. It may cause sleepiness. It did for me. I'm not going to lie.
So what's funny about this movie?
Yep.
Movies like this, I generally do not like movies like this because it is boring.
Really?
And I got to tell you, in the very beginning shot, the way they shot the log, like them sawing it, I was immediately hooked, and I was just like, oh, I'm just in a back seat, just get a watch the glimpse of life in 1917 and how hard life was and how different it was and how I just felt totally immersed.
So it just So you got in there.
I got into
you
it.
in. Yeah,
and I really liked Joel Edgerton, his character. But I'll go into my my critic consensus really quick because I kind of talk about that immersion. Train Dreams is a beautiful story about loss and what our purpose in life is. This movie does a truly amazing job of immersing the viewer in this period piece and providing a perspective that is often not remembered. Because the whole point of this, no one's going to remember this guy. Mm-hmm. He's just this fleeting, being in this universe that is never stopping and never ceasing of nature and progression of humanity. Yeah. But
dude, let me ask you, after we get to the Rotten Tomatoes score so we don't belabor this opening too much, remind me to ask you this question. Oh, I'm going to try to remember. I'm going to forget.
I can write it down.
I'm going to forget, but let's do it. Okay.
We'll just
Rotten Tomato time.
Okay.
What do we got?
Okay.
I'm going to remember, dude.
Okay.
Howdy, partner.
All
hey.
Right. So, Train Dreams. Okay. It's an Oscar nomination.
Oscar
nomination. Got a 95% critic and 90% popcorn. What'd you hit him with here?
I said it was an 85 critic, 80 for the audience. Ooh. Again, it was slow. And it was very mundane. It was not like, but that was the whole point of it. That was the whole point of it, right? And I think for me in this, it just didn't resonate with me like 100% like that. But I can appreciate. And we'll get into like the beauty of the art and the cinematography, like just how cinematic it was. And shout out P&W
Yeah.
Shout out PNW.
Was it shot in PNW?
It was shot largely in Washington, some in Vancouver, like BC. There was like the really cool big bridge.
Okay.
Is in British Columbia.
Yeah, because they referenced Spokane a lot.
Yep.
So it was like, giving those, PNW
Yeah, it
vibes.
took place in Idaho, I think, is where where their little cottage was. I think was in Idaho. It was supposed to be in Idaho. But
beautifully shot, though. It was also, they shot it in a 3:2 aspect ratio. So I guess the purpose of that was to kind of give, like, that's like what the photograph aspect ratio was back then.
Back in the day?
So just to
that's
kind of
cool.
give that more of a feely vibe.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, so
Dude, took it away.
So
so you were on the money.
97% critically. And but the thing is with these Oscar like we know this movie was nominated for an Oscar, so I'm kind of minimum giving these a 90.
Yeah,
but
I said yeah, true.
That's true. Probably all point. These are gonna be in the 90s, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think maybe.
But so but I mean okay, so and we'll kind of talk about this later after the deep dive, but I originally had Frankenstein as I think the best picture. This one I think is better than Frankenstein, and it has currently my
in your book
best picture so far. I've freaking absolutely loved this film.
Dang, dude!
It was just such a
wow, dude. I want to know more about what got you there. I want to know more about. My question for you was that sort of like, what was it about? Was there a moment or was there something in it that made you just feel like, I'm in this? Like, this is
okay. So yeah, after he lost his wife,
spoilers,
and his daughter. Yes, this is, we're talking about some stuff here. So he loses his wife, loses his daughter in this really tragic fire thing, and you feel like, God, that's everything that he loved. And there was a couple moments throughout the film, like him embracing those dogs, those pups that he found, the relationship he had with that Native American. And then finally, though, the one that moment that you just asked, like, what was the moment when he's having a conversation with the park ranger girl with the red hair?
Yeah.
Right? And she said something very profound that I wrote down because it really resonated with me. It was
tell me it's the same one I wrote down.
A dead tree is just as important as a living one.
Not what I wrote down, but
and that is really a beautiful thing, because it's like, we have people in our lives that have passed away, and so the dead tree is like, it's a metaphor for his dead wife and his dead. Because he like opens up to her, and he's like, I've never done this to anyone. And it's like, I don't know how I can keep going. I don't want to keep going. And she kind of like a dead, because they're talking about nature and the purpose of everything. And there's things you can't see that have purpose. And she says that, she drops some knowledge. And then that just really, I was like, oh, God, that's like so cool, because even though something's dead, it doesn't mean it's actually just as important as us, and we're living right now. Yeah,
it still lives on, and it's like the memory, and it's the moments that maybe not specifically to that tree, but the metaphor, right, for other people, or like things that you've lost, people that you've lost that have come and go in your life. It's like the impact that they made on you while they were still there, which it goes, again, tying into the whole theme of the movie is like the here, the now, the fleeting here and now, right? The finality of life. Eventually, everything's going to end for all of us.
Right.
Right?
It doesn't matter if you die now or die in 40 years. The end result is you're dead.
Yeah.
So nature doesn't care. Nature doesn't care.
And eventually, and that's one of the beautiful things about the film, that it was so in nature.
Yeah.
And I was thinking out here, like, we were just on a hike the other day. Zoe and I, we were walking around. How amazing is it that we're 5 minutes away from these beautiful trails? We were walking around Patton, and then we took like off on these random trails in the back, and it was like, we're in the forest.
Yeah,
we're out here, and it's just there's something about it that just makes you feel so in tune with the earth. I'm gonna get all philosophical here, but like you feel so in tune with the earth. You feel that, and then you also feel at the same time like, I'm so insignificant. When you're looking at a tree and you're like, that tree's been standing there for
hundreds,
multiple of my lifetimes.
Yeah.
and it's just like out here, right? And I just so the thing for me though too is, and this isn't really a fully formed thought. I thought of this as you were talking.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this movie didn't really resonate with me like that because all of those things, like how often do you actually sit down and think about the finality of your life?
Yeah,
how often do you do that?
A lot of movies have been. It's when you watch a movie like this kind of.
But no, that's what I'm asking you. Like, how often do you do that?
Finality of my life.
Like,
not often.
We're insignificant.
We're not. I don't because it's hard to think about that often.
Yeah. I think about that a lot.
Yeah,
and I think that's the thing, and I partially I think I attribute it to working in healthcare for a long time and
seeing that,
and you're around it, you're exposed to it, so you understand it, and you sit with it, and you deal with it, and you console family members, or you talk to people, and so you're like, oh, dude, this is so, like I said, it's fleeting. I feel like I'm using the same term over and over, but like, so really being present in the moment, dude. My word for 2026 is presence. I'm like, dude, when we're in each other's presence, granted, right now we're like talking, we're putting this out on the internet, we're like on social media, whatever. I got my phone in front of me, but like, I'm really trying to just be like here, locked in, like, what are we talking about? What are we laughing about?
It's an excuse to, collaborate with another person and talk about a shared experience, and so.
Dude, but the, going back to the visuals.
Yeah.
The deep forest greens, loved it. Like the colors, like the tones throughout it all. For that alone, I think it would have been nominated like for
so it was nominated for Best Oscar. I think Joel Edgerton got absolutely snubbed for Best Actor.
You think so?
Yes, because I think he was better than any of those people on there on the Best Actor.
Have you watched him?
We'll talk about it more. What
have you like? Joel Edgerton?
Yes, I've watched him a lot.
So that's I just didn't know him,
and really I didn't really like a lot of roles he does is it like just not really likable roles in the past. But there was this one show on Apple TV called Dark Matter. And I'm going to get you onto this. It's like a sci-fi kind of thriller. Okay. And he's the main actor in it. And I watched that show and I was like, God, I really like this guy.
Really?
So that was like a turning point for me.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have any connection to him really at all. And I looked up the films that he's been in and I was like, oh, I don't really think I've seen any of these except for like Warrior randomly with Tom Hardy.
He kind of plays like an asshole in a lot of things. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. He kind of got that little bit of that face. I feel like that's kind of it's tough.
But if you get by that, yeah.
But so with that in mind though, the fact that this film did that for you and for probably many people, obviously like 90%, 95%. I think that speaks to like the actor's ability to tap into something else, right? Tap into like not being typecast as that like asshole, hateable character. So maybe they were snubbed. Maybe he was snubbed. I don't know.
I think he was snubbed. I think he was absolutely snubbed. It also got nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay because this is based on the novella in 2011, Train Dreams, and so got nominated for 2 Oscars and. I just think he was a really good part of it.
It's funny. My burning question for you before this entire conversation was, did you think this movie was Oscar worthy? And you've already answered that over and over and over.
Yes. I think there's so many parts of this movie. Like one that we're going to talk about is because it's kind of both of our favorite scenes. But like, so that was a really profound moment because it showed 2 ends of violence with racism. Right, 2 sides of the coin. Right, it started off with the movie with them just throwing that Asian dude off the bridge, right, and that was kind of on the evil side, right, and then they showed the other side, the revenge of a crime like that, right. So then when that where they're just logging, and then that black dude comes up and is like, "You killed my brother."
Yeah, he was like, I'm looking for a wetback Willie or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, like, no offense. I don't know. That was not his name.
As far as intentions wise, so evil intention was them throwing off the Asian dude. The good intention side of the racism was like, revenge on you killing my brother because he's black.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was even like, hey, does anybody have a problem with this?
Yeah.
You can deal with me now.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about those things. they're also similar, those acts, because what does the acts end with? Someone dying.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, and what nature doesn't care
And
why
all,
you did something.
all in hatred. All out of
in
hatred.
hatred. So
Yeah.
both ends are not justified. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
'Cause-
Only to the person, like the guy. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Go.
You know, and so what's harder than getting revenge? What's harder than getting revenge?
Wishing you would have got that revenge.
No, it's giving forgiveness.
This is a rhetorical question. Oh.
No. So like
forgiveness,
that's like he
forgiveness.
decided to do revenge because of an act of racism, right? But that's just you're just going through a cycle of violence,
You're giving into the emotions.
right? So, you know, I just thought that was I think very purposeful by the director, showing the one side of the evilness of racism of the Asian dude going across the bridge,
And showing how the revenge was
and
just
then
as
showing
evil.
like like it's like, well, you know, it's like I don't think it was evil. I think the thing was evil. He was trying to be good and just in his way, and those people, you know, but the end result is still the same.
Yeah,
Someone is getting killed.
Which, at the end of the day, it's still all
It
just
just makes you.
nothing.
I thought that was
in
for nothing.
in 100 years.
Yeah,
Nothing, dude. That's the crazy thing, right? When you take that step back and you're like, to your point about like, instead of taking that revenge out on that guy, the better route would have been, all right, man, you know what? Let me take a step back. What is actually going to happen if I go get my revenge for you killing my brother, or if I don't, right?
yeah.
The same thing is going to happen where like it's not going to matter in 50, 100 years. Like once I'm out, the only thing that's feeding this is my own internal ego and frustration and hatred towards somebody else.
That scene did feel like a very Quentin Tarantino scene because it was
Dude,
kind of
it
because it
did,
had
yeah.
like it was kind of funny.
Gave some kind of like Inglorious Bastards.
Because the very end of like you said, like anyone got a problem with that?
Right.
Good.
And
And
then
he
he
leaves.
just peaced out.
So
yeah.
like it was, you know, I feel like you get some retribution of that, but you know, it's a very moral question, and we've had that with Four Brothers, and like you know,
Yeah.
it's like, is the revenge okay to do?
Right.
Is it not?
Dude, and
It's
one of the things
very-
about that scene too for me was the fact that it was just like, I don't know how people do it. I will say, you know what? When I was rocking this on the way over here, it was like,
Is it itchy?
It's a little bit itchy, but I wasn't getting rained on. That
Oh,
was dope.
the because this is 100%
Just having a
wool.
It's nice.
So it's like very.
This is
wicker.
for special occasions. But to round out that last scene that we were just talking about, one of the things that I was thinking about as that whole thing was unfolding, that whole scene was unfolding, was that was just normal, dude.
Yeah,
100
they're
years
just
ago,
like
Wild Wild West. It wasn't even Wild Wild West days, but it was like people just murdering everywhere.
and so
Who
you know
cares?
they're throwing that dude off the bridge, right? And
Yeah.
what does everyone do?
Just like laugh
just-
to go along with their. They
and-
just like, ah, well,
And
that's
see,
fine,
that was
all
a
right."
very important part of the movie and this character because he felt haunted by that, right? He kept seeing the Asian person in his
Yeah,
like
in the dream, in the
the
train
and he
dreams,
thought-
dude.
And he thought he was maybe like had to pay for that. Like there was like
for not standing up
for
and doing
not
something.
because you know like he just felt he had a bad feeling that like you know he's just
He
like,
knew in his heart of hearts that was
not
not right.
cool. That was
Yeah,
not kosher.
Yeah.
You know, and but it was very powerful showing that scene and being like, yeah, this was like people did this because
it was
they
just
were
a normalized
absolute.
Yeah.
Like, because he's like, what did he do?
Yeah, exactly.
What did he
Nothing.
do?
He was just because of the color of his skin and because he had an accent, dude.
'Cause
And
that
this
was-
is on this Black History Month.
Oh,
We're in
yeah.
February, dude. Think about going back to my comment earlier. This was somebody's parents, maybe parents, but if they have older parents right now, like, but for sure grandparents that were like, so literally 2 generations like behind us that were just out and about seeing this, being in this was the normal way of life. And then that trickles down to the kids, trickles down generations. And so it's like,
Well, and that the World War II hadn't even happened yet, right?
no, because it was the 20s.
And the
It was
Pearl
like
Harbor?
20. What was it? What was it? 1920,
Because
17?
after Pearl Harbor went, that's when we like had like the United States, like not concentration camps, but like
When was Pearl Harbor?
that was 19, wasn't it just in the 40s? Or
I don't know
am
exactly.
way off.
I don't know the exact date.
Yeah, because it was during World War
it
II,
inspired,
right?
Yeah. So
But so this
World
there
War
was
One?
like
World War II.
Well, World
Not
War
a
One.
war. I don't know.
World War One
wars.
was like 1907.
Let's
This
see
is
here.
when we need John.
I know. We need somebody behind the. Hold up. Hold in. Keep going though. You were on a train of thought.
So
you were,
yeah, because I was looking up the time period is like 1917 to 1960.
Okay, so 17 was when it started. Yeah, 1917. Okay.
1917 to 1960.
Oh, dude, you got it right on the head. You said 41, huh? Pearl Harbor.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pearl Harbor.
So it seems like there was all this hatred of it. Just didn't matter. You just weren't white. So
Yeah, they were just
because
they knew they could get away with it because nobody was going to miss them, and then the people that did miss them were people that in society were still othered, which is fucked up, man.
So now let me ask you a burning question because this question is kind of it goes into of like why I like the movie so much. Okay, so what do you think, or why do you think the movie is called Train Dreams?
That's a good question.
What is Train Dreams to what
Yeah. Good question. Because initially, when I was thinking about this, I was thinking it was going to be like a horror. Maybe it was going to be like it was like haunting him, but like more because it was haunting him, but it wasn't really like a scary haunting.
Okay.
But I think in this, there's sort of there could be two ways that you interpret it. One is the literal, like he's having the dreams of when he's out there logging and like on the train because he's out there months at a time, right? And he's got to take these railroads, or they're like building the railroads. They're out there doing their thing on the railroads. So that's like where his dreams come from, right? Just being out there as a logger. The other thing that I think you could also interpret it as is what's the right term here? Not the fascination, but the romanticization.
Oh, okay.
Romanticization. Is that a word?
Just the romance or like
the romance. But when you romanticize something.
Romanticize.
Yeah,
like,
but the
like
romanticization.
The 1920s.
So then that's probably the right term. So that's
the logging.
Think, exactly. So I think that's like the Train Dreams is like just like wanting to be there, like that romanticization. That doesn't sound like a right term. Is that a word?
Probably romanticizing.
Yeah. So I think it's like just romanticizing that simpler time, that period of the train, right? Where it was like, because that was the only mode of transportation, horse, buggy, train, right? So like that's the other interpretation I think that you can make of it.
Okay.
Which is a lighter hearted thing.
Okay. All right.
What about you?
Okay. So to boil it down, this movie is about the tragic loss of his wife and his daughter, right? And so
it's at the core, yeah.
So the Train Dreams are the fleeting dreams, the life that he never got to experience, the life that was robbed from him. So his train dreams are like everything that he, dreamed of having with the life that he wanted to have with his wife and his daughter, but that nature robbed him from, right? Like that he didn't get to experience. So the train dreams are these fleeting dreams, like a train like fleeting into the world, wilderness, whatever. Okay. And so his train dreams are the the life that he could have had with his wife and daughter that he can't have, and it's him kind of coming to terms with him not going to experience that life, and him coming to terms that he can still enjoy life without these dreams of his that he wanted, and he does find joy in life and the beauty in life, but it's just that idea of
it took him a long time to get there, huh?
Yeah.
God, dude.
Yeah.
How do you do that though? After you see that, how after that tragedy happens, I like that interpretation. I think it's like similar to that. That just kind of made me think about as you were talking the train dream being like a train bulldozes, right? Like nothing's stopping a train. When you get in front of a train, it's bad news bears, right?
Yeah.
So that the train, like just being the metaphor for the horrific thing that happened to him, completely demolishing his railroad, his life, his track in life, and the train, the tragedy, fucking just annihilated that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Another
think
interpretation.
and I think everyone has their own train dream, you know? Everyone has maybe, someone they lost. And I think there's a wide spectrum, because obviously his was a pretty extreme, like losing like a 5-year-old, because then that's so many memories, that's so many a relationship that you can't even think about, right? Rather than if you lose like your brother that, well, maybe you had 20 years with them, but it's still it. And I think what this movie tries to explain it like, it doesn't matter when you die, everyone's going to die, and so all you can do is enjoy the light, like you said, being present and just seeing the beauty in life.
Yeah, and it's getting more and more. It was difficult, I think, in the movie for him back in the days, and it's only getting more and more difficult in this 2026, dude. Hyper aware, hyper connected, hyper, and there's like two things. And so one of my favorite scenes, dude, I know we're like rambling here, but one of my quotes that I wrote down was, "The world needs a hermit in the woods as much as a preacher in the pulpit."
Yeah.
Right? Talking about connection.
Yeah.
Versus,
it's a good thing
so
when you're
so
talking
like
about the wilderness.
so dude, as this rolls behind me, I'm just gonna continue on this train of thought.
Yeah.
But how beautiful is that though? Just like this movie, really, we already appreciate the Pacific Northwest, living out here, obviously, but watching this again, I was like, that's actually where we just live out here, you know. But so that quote though, "The world needs a hermit in the woods as much as a preacher in the pulpit."
Oh, that's also what she said.
I
Or
think
who's the park ranger redhead girl.
I think the guy, the old guy, said it to him.
Yes.
They were sitting around a fire.
Oh, the guy that from Shameless.
Yeah. I forget his name, but anyways, the point that I'm trying to get to that here is the preacher going out preaching to the masses, the whatever, the spirituality and being connected to each other and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, that's important, but also a hermit in the woods and it's kind of like putting your money where your mouth is and actually being about that life, like actually being one with nature and appreciating when you have to go out and chop the wood, or when you have to go out and like find food and live off the land, right? And give back to the land and love this. Yeah, that guy. What's his name? Shameless guy.
Oh, yeah. Also, did you catch who the narrator is?
No.
Will Patton?
No.
He was from a little football
I just
movie.
thought it was his name. I thought it was just him, but I guess I just didn't. Yeah.
No, it's
Joel
from a little football movie that you recommended.
Remember the Titans?
Yeah, he's the white coach.
Oh, Coach. Coach.
Yeah, that's the
Coach
guy.
Yost. Yeah, Yost.
And he's the one that narrated this whole movie.
Did he?
Yep.
Interesting.
And which I really liked his narration. It was a very melancholy kind of like,
Yeah, he's got a good voice. Yeah, I guess it didn't really sound like Joel, but yeah, the preacher in the pulpit, the hermit, it's just as important. Those two individuals are just as important in this world to give you that perspective.
William H. Macy is the old guy.
Oh, cool. Perfect. William H. Macy. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So connection.
So you like the shots and the beauty of the visuals, not as much as the story.
Yeah, the story itself for me.
I can totally see it.
The story itself for me also is just one of those things like if you I mean, yeah, no, it just didn't really resonate with me. I don't know that there's really like a great reason that I can give it.
It's one of those
other than
movies that
like,
it's just like there's not a whole plot. There's not a lot of plot going on. It's just this glimpse.
Yeah.
It's just this glimpse of the life, but it can be boring and.
And I think it's also probably different, a little different if you're like, not saying that I grew up in that specific like community of like loggers and out in the wilderness like that, but I think it's very different if you have never really seen or known manual labor and you grew up like in a city or in a suburb or something like that, and you see a movie like this, you're like, holy shit, like transported completely, right?
Yeah.
But we got the Wrangler jeans on, we got the boots, and like work's got to get done. We got the flannels on, right? Like growing up on a farm, growing out in the wilderness, growing out in the like, work, you don't know hard work, you do that too. So it's like, it wasn't a completely foreign, that side of it, where it was like just that guy that was like putting in work, having a grind, going to the, I was like, yeah, dude, that's like all my cousins growing up, right? And so that's where it was kind of like, it wasn't as romantic for me.
Repetitive. Yeah.
So
yeah, I guess mostly what resonated is just his how he navigated loss and how he got to still be happy, even though he experienced something truly awful. And that gives me hope because it's like, yeah, the things that I've experienced, like I can still be, joyful and hopeful about the world because he was.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hope it does that for a lot of people. Like, I hope that if you watch this, it can impact you that way. If you're in a situation, if you find yourself in a situation that seems like there's not an end in sight, or that you're never going to recover from, or that you're never going to, that's one of the beautiful and really powerful things about art, music, movies, things that can move you to another place. When you see something, you can believe it. You can really start to believe it if you are immersed in it like that, right? And so I'm glad that you really enjoyed it. I'm glad that it resonated with you a lot. It wasn't necessarily my like number one go-to, but it was beautifully shot.
I was reluctant watching it because I don't really usually
like this type of
movie.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's cool. I mean, that speaks to it. Says everything that it needs to, I guess. Right.
Okay, so we're gonna go into a little something.
Let's do it.
Name that. No.
Who's that celebrity?
And
that might have been the first time we've ever said that in sync.
Hey, it was gonna happen, and we were like in tune or whatever.
Yeah. You got the little bit higher octave. I went a little bit lower with that one. I'll go higher next time. And you go lower. All right.
So
am I up first? All right. Here we go.
Yes.
Also, do we know which Pokemon that is?
It's Pikachu.
Dude, that is not Pikachu.
Wait. I can't go back.
Okay. So give me this guy. Let's see. I recognize him. I know. I recognize him. I don't know his name. I'm not gonna get his name. It's not gonna come.
Okay.
It's give John. Me a hint. John Malkovich.
John Malkovich. Have you seen that movie?
I've seen
Who's John
him
Malkovich
in a lot of movies, but not in that movie.
You haven't seen Who's John Malkovich?
No.
That's such a Zoe Octavio movie.
Really?
Yeah. I'm surprised. I bet you Zoe has seen it.
Probably.
All right. It's a crazy one.
It's a crazy one. I do like him in like the stuff that I've seen.
No, it's called Being John Malkovich. Sorry. Being
John Malkovich. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
This is the one that
yes, Step Brothers. John is his name, and he's got a weird. He's got like a. It's like O'Reilly or something. It's like O'Connor or like something like that. It's John O'Banion.
So you were right the first time. Something Riley, but it's not O.
Jonathan Riley.
No, it's John. Letter.
What other letters are there besides O? John.
Take the O.
John
right?
T. Riley. John.
No, take the O and then erase half of it.
John U. Riley.
No, then 90 degrees.
John Criley. What the fuck?
Okay, you failed.
John.
Look.
John C. Riley?
See?
Dude, we're not counting middle initials, dude.
Yeah, no, it's John C. Riley. That's his name. It's not John Riley. No one fucking calls him. And
His
I gave
name
you so
is-
many. I
Dude,
said look at an O.
dude.
I said look at an O.
Look at an O
erase
and
half
cut
of
it in half.
And then I said a U. And then
Alright.
look, U 90 degrees. You should have got that.
I said John Criley.
No,
because
but
you
it's
said
John letter
Dude.
Riley. You blew it.
Whatever, dude.
We'll let the
Did you
comment-
know that? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Okay.
John-
So, well, let's
John
see if you
C.
get.
All right, fine. Well, let's load them up for you, okay? Here we go. This is for you. Okay, wait, before you go. This is either going to be so easy and boring and annoying, or...
It just seemed like it was redlining.
Sorry, I was yelling. I got excited. I'll quiet down. Let's
Okay, should I do it or
So this is going to either be really, really easy, or
I'm not gonna know it?
yeah. But let's see what you got.
Dude.
That's not it. There you go.
Oh.
We didn't take this out.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
There you go. There you go.
Oh.
There. You recognize this guy?
Oh, he was. Wait. So hold on. He was in.
Here we go.
He
Yep.
was in Westworld.
Oh,
Right?
was he in Westworld?
Is
I don't
this,
know, but you want a hint?
Is this a Hemsworth? Is this a Hemsworth?
Yes.
So it's not Chris, obviously. It's not Liam. It's Sam.
No,
But it's a Hemsworth.
but it is a Hemsworth.
It's crazy.
But
I
you
can
got
just
the- you
tell
could- you
because
got the-
they look
yeah.
like it looks like a fucking
It
Hemsworth.
does. It does.
Okay, so Chris, Liam, Jonathan.
Nope.
Um,
You get one more guess.
Okay.
You want an initial,
sure.
or it's a biblical name. There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's not Peter. Fucking. Fuck. I don't
Yeah, just go for it. Just go for it.
Peter Hemsworth. Luke.
Nope.
Oh,
Luke.
I should have known that.
Yeah, should have known that.
It's crazy. They're all
But
three like
They
pretty,
look
like
the same.
Yeah,
They look the same.
and he's the oldest, I believe.
I think so.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah. Well, you already knew, but I
Liam
wasn't sure.
Hemsworth.
Okay, you did know Liam. Okay, I wasn't sure because if you could line these guys up, and I wouldn't like. I always am like,
Yeah.
which one is which?
No, that's good. I like
So,
that. I like
all right.
that. That was fun.
Yeah, you got it though. You got one of them. We're not gonna give you Luke.
Okay,
You
so
missed Luke.
now what we're actually going to do, so we're going to change it up a little bit. We're gonna talk about the Oscar nominations and kind of get you prepped for in a couple weeks. What are we going to hit them with in a couple weeks?
We're gonna be doing some Oscar Best Picture nominees predictions.
Yes.
We're gonna be guessing who. Well, you know what? There are like 20 different.
Yes,
Things.
the biggest things
So
we're gonna
yep.
get that we're gonna get through, and you probably noticed. Oh, also, I'm going to for the movie of the week next week is going to be Secret Agent, which is a nomination for the Oscars, and so yeah, our plan is to watch all of these nominations. So then the week before the Oscars, we can give you a really credible prediction of what we think is who is going to win each thing.
Exactly. So all leading up to Sunday, March 15th, that's when the Oscars take place. So we're about a month out, actually, exactly. So in about a month, when the Oscars take place, the episode that's going to be airing just before that, we're going to be
gonna deep dive it.
We're
We're
going to
gonna
go
deep
through
dive it.
our analysis for all
fun's
these
that gonna
movies. Yeah. So you're along for the ride.
So yeah, we're giving you we haven't seen Sentimental Value. We haven't seen The Secret Agent, which is going to be the movie of the week.
Yep.
And then we haven't seen Marty Supreme and Hamnet.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen everything else. You might
I
need
haven't
to catch
seen,
up on
yeah,
some
so
stuff.
I haven't seen F1
Okay.
and then the ones that you listed. Yeah. But other than that, all the other ones. So based off of that, though, okay. So real quick, though, let's just without going too deep on this.
Yeah.
We've watched. So you've watched Begonia. I've also watched Begonia. We've watched Frankenstein. We've watched Train Dreams and Sinners. Out of those four we've both watched,
I love Train Dreams.
Train Dreams is still your number one right now.
Frankenstein,
Okay.
and then I just highlighted it, Train Dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
what
that's your
are
number
you
one.
at so far?
I don't
Who are you
think-
giving it to
Yeah.
so far?
Yeah. So I really liked Begonia,
Yeah.
and that's my number one so far. Yeah. More so than Sinners. More so than yeah. I think Begonia for me right now. If it were going like that would be my prediction right now. If I well actually yeah, no, I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. There's a lot of there is a couple things. So, actor in a leading role, I thought Joel Edgerton from Train Dreams. I'm just gonna be a big Train Dreams freaking hype guy. Like God, it happens. But he wasn't on here, which is crazy.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Marty Supreme, so I don't know. I've heard you either love it or you hate it. We'll see.
Yeah, Blue Moon's actually on Netflix, but
Love Ethan Hawke.
And you saw One Battle After
His
Another,
daughter
right? Did you
just got married.
Wait, Maya?
She's in. Is that her name? Maya
Hawke.
Maya
from
Hawke?
Stranger Things.
From Stranger Things. Yeah,
She got
I didn't
married.
realize
Let's
that. Yeah, nuts.
And
Okay.
so this is kind of fun. We're watching The Secret Agent, and he must have had a hell of a role. He got
Wagner.
nominated.
Oh, Wagner.
So that's kind of cool.
Cool.
Okay. See,
Me
I'm actually
saying
on
Wagner
live.
Like I even know.
I'm
Wagner
actually
is.
on live on our podcast saying that Jacob Elordi was going to get an Oscar for his supporting role in Frankenstein when it came out. You can literally clock me on that.
Yeah,
I said that.
Yeah, you did.
And so he's nominated. No, I said he was going to get nominated.
I think you said he was gonna win.
Yeah, I think Either way, I think he's going to win. I don't know. I haven't seen all of these, so again, we are going to come back to this. And okay, actress in a leading role. This is the thing I wanted to tell you about, dude. Check this out. Actress in a supporting role. Weapons.
Oh wow.
Do you know who?
Oh,
do you know who that is?
Dude, for sure. Oh wait, no.
Dude, that's Gladys, baby.
I thought
that's Gladys.
Oh, wait. Oh, whoa!
She
sure,
got nominated.
real.
She got nominated. So that was the thing I wanted, because I just found that out today.
For some reason, I was looking at it and I was thinking sentimental value. Like my eyes were messing up. So I was like, who is she?
She got nominated for a freaking
Or sorry, I was thinking Sinners,
Oscar.
and I was like, Amy Madigan. Who is Amy Madigan in Sinners? But
I don't think she's gonna get it, because I don't know. There's just
if there would have been a little bit more about the history of Anne Gladys, I think she might have gotten it. But as we were talking about,
it's a horror
weapons,
movie. They're not gonna give. But it's cool she got nominated.
Yeah,
I think is extraordinary.
Does that not really ever happen with?
Well, just for
horror movies,
weapons to even say that they were nominated for an Oscar is such a what's it called? Such a flex.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
cool. Yeah. No, I think it was.
Yeah. Casting, this is a new category, so that's interesting. And so these highlighted things you have are just I just kind of a fleeting who I think.
I'm going to put this out there right now just because we just got out of Wuthering Heights, and if that gets nominated next year,
well, yeah.
I don't think that whoever got the casting for that, should.
Dude, that is not going to get
nominated
for an Oscar.
I don't think it will. I shouldn't in my book, but also.
And see, this one I'm changing it.
I'm just a guy.
It was One Battle After Another, but I think Train Dreams, baby.
For cinematography?
Yeah.
I agree with the cinematography. The cinematography in this was amazing.
Sorry, I might need your help.
What's going on?
It just fucked.
Oh,
I don't know what happened. We'll do some pausing and editing.
Dude, this is the real deal. Right?
Yeah. So I just won't fuck around with that no more. So yeah, cinematography. I've almost seen all these people. Actually, I only need to see Marty Supreme.
For cinematography?
Yeah.
Frankenstein, I think, would also potentially be up there. It's going to be neck and neck
between
between
costume
Frankenstein.
design?
Okay, for sure.
See?
Well, I haven't seen Avatar, though.
I guess I haven't seen this either.
And I have a feeling that
and I haven't seen Hamnet or Marty Supreme.
so,
so again, that's why we're gonna be trying to watch
we're
these movies, so we
these.
can give you a somewhat credible.
Sinners, get out of here! Costume?
It's kind of crazy that Sinners got nominated for so many things, right? Because you didn't really. I love the movie, but I'm a sucker for vampire.
You love a vampire story.
So,
the thing that I am always
it was a good original vampire story.
Yeah, it was fine. The music. I just don't ever like whenever there's one actor that's doing both roles in the same movie, and I'm never in it. I can never get past it.
I
I
kind
can
of
never
like
get past
that.
it. You were saying that the other
I
day.
kind of like that for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It's too much, or at least specifically in that one, I just don't think that for me, Michael B. Jordan did enough to convince me that he was two different people. Which I
but
thought
he got nominated for Best Actor.
I know, but I thought the
which is
whole time
I didn't necessarily agree with that. But.
I thought the whole time there was going to be some twist of like, oh, this is actually just one of his like superpowers or something like that, you know, that he can just like duplicate himself. But no, it was just
He's just twins.
Yeah.
Okay, so directing, okay, big one, but we got to watch some of these. So this is something that, and we can discuss this right now, because are we gonna watch all of these documentary films? I
love me a good documentary film.
You do?
But
we got a lot of
watch
things to
those.
watch, man.
I know.
So this might be one that we might just guess.
Yeah.
Because there's also documentary short film.
The Perfect Neighbor, though, if you scroll back up just a little bit.
Oh, I think I've seen videos or clips of that.
Yeah,
on Netflix.
and that seems like it might be a really messed up one. If I'm thinking of the right thing, right?
Yeah, it was on. You saw trailers on Netflix.
I saw a trailer on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did actually look kind of. I'm just not the biggest documentary, and it's like.
Yeah.
But then you see a good documentary and you're like, oh, that's freaking really good.
Just watched a really good documentary the other day called
got?
Meru, Meru. It's about climbing, so you know.
Okay.
Whatever. But
so yeah, that's that. Film editing. I was just thinking F1 because I don't know. There's so many cuts and like interesting ways to
I'm
edit.
really excited to
know.
watch Sentimental Value because it's popped up on all of these.
What is it
categories.
about? Is it like a freaking
no
romance?
Clue. No idea.
Okay.
No idea.
I'm not the biggest in romance.
Not
but
gonna look it up. I'm
yeah.
gonna go into it with an open mind.
Okay, this is another question we got to ask ourselves.
Ooh,
Do
yep.
we want to watch all of the international films?
Ooh, Sentimental Value, dude.
Okay.
Again.
Well, so we actually have to watch these two,
Look at that.
right?
Yeah.
Because this is, and then.
Oh, dude, the Secret Agent is gonna be badass. I feel like.
Dude, I kind of read it's just like this guy.
Dude, don't tell me.
Okay.
What are you telling me for?
But yeah, so that's kind of cool. And the last time an international film won Best Picture
was Parasite, huh? 2019.
So they have an opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have to watch it. Live action short film.
Oh, dude, wait. Sentimental Value was also nominated for Best Picture. So if they
was it? Oh,
right.
Wait. I will just go up here.
Just go up.
I don't think so. I don't think
Sentimental
so.
Value.
Oh no, it
dude.
was. Jesus.
So if that's what I'm saying, I'm really interested to watch it.
They have two horses in that race
because they've had. Now they're on like what 4 or 5 of these different categories. Yo, that's gonna be a banger movie. Nice.
Live action short films. Do we want to watch? Maybe not.
Let's take a vote.
Yeah.
No.
Makeup and hairstyling. It's like, dude, Frankenstein. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. Sinners with the fang thing and the vampires. I could see that maybe.
I don't know.
Hairstyling. I mean, Michael B. Jordan just had a fresh fade.
Wait. This isn't the one yet. Sorry, original score. So this is the whole.
Begonia that was cool.
Yes.
I like that. Hamnet. I bet Hamnet is gonna have a really beautiful score. I bet Hamnet is gonna pop off.
One battle after another. I don't know. Sinners. I mean, you do have to give props to Sinners because they had really good songs and they were all original.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
But
couldn't remember one right now.
Okay, no, this is the one that's online. We all know.
Yeah.
The
easy
original song.
Easy, dude. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. Up, and it's a moment.
Dude, if that doesn't win.
But
no
we got to
way.
listen to the other songs.
No,
that'll be
we don't.
easy.
We don't. You don't have to. You don't have to listen to any of those songs to know that Golden will win. That shouldn't even be a category this year. They should just give.
I know you're being exaggerating, but
dude,
it's just
here's the thing. A lot of times I exaggerate. Here's the thing, dude.
But then we have to listen. It'll be easy to listen to those.
We can listen to them, but here we are. Full ass adults. We don't feel like it. We're singing a movie, a song that came off a cartoon. Dude, this song broke records within like weeks.
I think it's gonna win.
It's not a.
Yeah.
What are the songs?
Dear Me.
Dear Me. Never heard of
I
it.
lied to you.
Of course you
that's
did.
from Sinners.
Sinners, get out of here with that
Sweet
song.
Dreams of Joy.
Whatever.
We haven't listened to this one. We listened to this one. I really like the music in
Sure,
Dreams.
fine.
It's more
But who
melancholy.
cares compared to Golden?
So, okay, production
Dude,
design.
nothing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Come on.
We're beating a dead horse.
All
There.
right.
Okay, so production design, I kind of just gave it a Frankenstein, but I got to look at these other ones.
God, dude, I cannot believe that. Golden is gonna win. Okay.
Okay, sound. So
what
I was
does this
thinking F1.
actually mean?
I think it's sound design. I
So-
think it's like sound effects. I think it's how they program, like how they edit the audio and the
So
sound
that it sounds
and
like
how it
you're-
sounds coming out of
Okay.
the speakers in like a theater.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
In a way that-
Christopher Nolan got a lot of Oscars for his sound.
In a way that's not like jarring or like it's like confusing as to like why is it here, right?
Yeah,
it's just
so that's why I think F1 is probably gonna. I don't know but I don't know.
the sound. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll just have to see. Visual effects. Okay, I blindly gave it to Avatar: Fire and Ash, but
I got
we gotta watch this.
Jurassic World might take. I feel like Jurassic World just
yeah, and I also haven't seen Jurassic
always has
World.
really good
so,
visual effects.
So
Haven't seen it either.
So I got to also Lost
The
Bus.
Lost Bus with
That's
Matthew
baby. I
McConaughey,
don't know
dude.
why it got nominated for.
Yeah, what?
Honestly, I've only seen F1 and Sinners here, so again, we gotta.
Yeah.
Okay, adapted screenplay. I changed it to Train Dreams. See, there's so many sections here.
Begonia was an adapted screenplay.
Yes, I guess it was
Interesting.
a not. It was just book.
Was it like a comic or something? Oh, interesting. Okay.
No,
Cool.
I think it was like straight up. This one was a novella.
Novella.
Hamnet, obvious. That's Okay,
Writing,
original screenplay. This is honestly one of my favorite sections in the Oscars because it's like it's all it's like originality, because this is like original story, which is cool that Sinners is also on this. But again, what I haven't seen actually like any of these. So
Dude,
so I've only seen Sinners.
So now as we're going through this, I didn't realize
There's a
that
lot of movies, bro.
when we were looking at this before, I was like, oh, that's not that many movies. But that's a lot of movies. So for sure,
We're gonna do our best.
For sure, we're gonna do
We'll hit the big ones.
the best picture.
Yes.
For sure, we're gonna knock those 10 out. We've already got over halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, the next biggest section, I think, for me from these
like if we
sections-
get
Wait, are we
sentimental
at the end
value-
of the, are we at the end
Okay,
of this?
let's-
No, we're still going. Okay, so let's keep going first.
And
then-
like, dude, we didn't see all these anime, but it's like, dude, K-pop. Do we really?
K-pop.
I'm
is-
almost on that
there's-
line with you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, animated short film, and that's that's it. Okay,
That's the end. Okay.
so, but like if we watch all of the 10 best pictures, we'll get sentimental value,
Yeah.
right? And we'll get Marty Supreme. So look, you really
Which are
you're
nominated
really
for a
counting,
bunch.
You get
Right.
we'll do the best pictures, and that's almost all of them.
Yeah, except for like these bottom
Yeah.
sections of animated film and
But we could like we'll
yeah, because
just watch a couple
Begonia,
extra.
Frankenstein, Hamnet. Yes, I think
Yeah.
we can. I think we can.
We'll do our best
cover
and
a
try
lot
to,
of it.
and we're so pretty much when we do that, we'll really dive deep into everything and like talk about, and we'll do we'll like keep a tally, and then when the Oscars go, we'll come back and be like,
Dude, it'd be
oh,
fun.
I got 0.
Or yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
fun. It's gonna be
So-
really fun for sure. So, but
and
for
that whoever wins gets to pick the movie of the week for next week when we do that.
for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. So
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So now that you know the plan, we kind of went all over the place
Sorry,
there,
yeah.
but the general plan, to recap all of that, Oscars are happening Sunday, March 15th. In preparation for that, you have an assignment. Join us in watching the movie of the week every week from now until then. We're going to be covering one of the 10 films that were nominated for Best Picture. In between there, here and there, we're going to be sprinkling on your own time, on our own time, some of the other movies that were nominated for Best Picture that are not going to be watched for the movie of the week. But then we're going to be doing those deep dives as usual. And the episode that will air before the Oscars is going to be the one that we're going to be doing our predictions for the different Oscar nominees. Who's going to win, who's going to be the supporting actor, actress, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
yes,
All right?
that's exactly.
So tap in
it.
with us.
So that's going to be kind of fun and cool. and excited to do that. Kind of going into the wind down,
Yeah.
the shaking it loose.
Shake it off.
Because we skipped the movie poster.
Yeah.
Because you just watched one of your favorite movies you've ever seen in the theater on Valentine's Day, didn't you?
Dude, that's so funny. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So
But
what'd
it
you see?
wasn't
What'd
that
you see
good.
with Margot?
Yeah, we went and watched Wuthering Heights.
Yes.
This is, my MO. You know how your boy does it.
Because that's another period piece, right?
Yes.
And that was around the same time? 1900s,
No,
1800s?
it was like 18
See,
something.
I just can't get into those movies unless
I forgot
we're,
what the exact year was, but 18 something for sure. And
it's
so
like a Jane Austen,
Wuthering Heights.
right? You know Jane Austen.
Jane Austen?
Yeah, writing all those books.
Oh, sure.
What is it? The one with Keira Knightley.
Little House on the Prairie?
Keira Knightley, just like freaking those period pieces of romance.
Yeah. But it's like back in the days. It's back in the days. So here's the deal. I don't have any connection to this movie. I don't have any connection to the book. It was a book adaptation, right? And so I don't know anything. I don't know any background. Zoe's like, hey, this is a movie. It's been on the calendar for like months since she found out. So she's been looking forward to it. I'm like, all right, cool, down. Let's go. Let's rock. And I knew that Jacob Elordi was in it. I knew that Margot Robbie was in it. And I really think that was the biggest draw for most people. You see those names? You're
see like,
two
oh, that's one of the hottest
specimens.
Actresses, and that's one of the hottest, dudes, and it's
like let's go see.
They're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
How many people went to How many people saw that? Dude, shout out to our producer who's not here. You know where he is at?
Yeah.
With his new girl.
He's watching it.
Seeing.
He's watching it.
Yeah, he's watching that shit.
That's
God
hilarious. Hey, shout out to you. Hopefully, we'll see what you think about it, John.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Zoe and I, we watch it, right? And she had these expectations for it because she had read a bunch of stuff. I didn't have any expectations, but I was thinking as I was going through, I was like, oh God, what? Like, this could have been so much better with like a couple of tweaks. I'm not a director. I'm not a producer. I'm not a whatever. I'm just a fan. I love to watch the movies.
Yeah.
But one of the big things that I've talked about multiple times on this show is when there is a soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that.
Like there are some soundtracks, there are some movies where you don't even really realize that there's music and ambiance and noise that's happening in the background because you're just so clued in because the music and the soundtrack, the score, keeps you in that zone. This movie did not do that at all. And it actually took me out of it like 10 minutes in or like in the opening.
If a movie takes you out that fast, then it's
hard
to
get back into it. And I was trying to get back into it, and right when I was trying to get back into it, it happened again, dude. And it was like Charlie XCX was like made an album for this movie.
Oh, that's interesting.
And cool, it could have been done, whatever, but like it was just very much period piece, 1800s. Beheadings, hangings, or how art thou, that kind of vibe. But then it's like EDM music.
That's weird.
All of a sudden,
that's really
it's
weird.
a little like
seems jarring.
It was pretty jarring.
And then talking about the performances by Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie.
So individually, cool, okay, but but together, the chemistry between them, I was like, I'm not buying it, dude.
Yeah,
and then to find out that. After the fact, because we were talking about it and just debriefing, Zoe and I agreed on that. We saw some reviews online, and a lot of people that were like fans of the book, fans that wanted to like really see those two characters interact in the way that they did in the book, said the same thing, because I guess the book is supposed to be like they are like just kind of like maniacs for each other, like just like obsessive, and like the love that they have is not really love, it's like lustful, right? And they're like just so
toxic.
Yes, yeah, like that's a good term. So much so that it just like kind of unravels everybody around them because they're just fucking like they need each other, right? And that I did not see or feel at all.
Yeah, it's probably a movie that I'm just never gonna watch unless for some reason Stephanie is like, we're watching this, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but
Yeah,
it's
I like-
typically not a movie, you know.
Like that's
But
the thing.
it's a fun Valentine's Day.
It's a fun Valentine's Day. But that's the thing I wouldn't recommend. Like I wouldn't be
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, you got to watch this. You got to check it out.
Yeah, unless it was really like, you know, somehow powerful, and then
Yeah.
and
Are there other things about it that were like, there were some cool like shots. There were some
I was
cool
just gonna
like
ask about the
camera work.
cinematography.
There was some cool camera work. I don't know where it was shot specifically, but like the landscape was very beautiful. And specifically in this like rich dude's house, there were some really cool shots of like some different rooms and some cool color and lighting. But not anything, not even anything like Train Dreams, you know, like that was like more beautifully shot than Wuthering Heights. And I think again, going back to the book relation thing, it was like not. There were a lot of people that were mad that like Jacob Elordi's character was supposed to be like a person of color, and he was like, so like the main guy was just a white guy. I mean, I don't even know where Jacob Elordi's from, but
yeah,
so
that's
all of that. Yeah, gave it like a
6 out of 10.
5 and
5
a half.
out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, well, looking forward to Special Agent. I think that's going to be a nice, like, because of all the Oscar nominations, they seem like a lot of almost like period pieces, dramas.
Yeah.
You know, but F1 and Begonia were kind of like you know, action and sci-fi.
Yes.
But everything else was kind of like, you know, this seems like maybe like a, you know, thriller.
The Secret Agent.
You know,
yeah.
like he's going into a town and some shit's going down and there's some espionage. And
Maybe, dude.
so,
I mean,
yeah.
don't tell me. Don't
That I
remember
really
now.
looked at like a sentence or two, so I
Okay.
don't know.
The
But
Secret
excited.
Agent. Stream it.
On actually,
You can like
theater.
you can
Oh,
rent it. You can rent it.
We might go to
So-
the theater.
Yeah,
But
it's like
at least we have options.
yeah, it's like $15 to rent it on any of the places that you usually rent it, or you can go to the theater and pay $30, get the full experience.
We'll see what's going on. But yeah, I'm definitely down to watch in the theater if it
Lines up. Let's
if it
rock.
permits.
Let's do it to it. Oh my god, I just saw a clip of something that happens in it. That's nuts. All right,
Let's
this is gonna
rock-
be crazy.
Let's rock today.
All right. Until next, any other last second things?
Eat your pizza.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for rocking with us.
See you, partner.